players click the ban quickly, it'll jump down a lot faster than it has done. So we've known they've had some conversation. It is Valk that has been removed. So that means you've got to deal with the likes of Amira. You've got to deal...
Going in, Ying left on the board, so this will be that execution moment, the catalyst for it. The first set of stuns arrive close, second set go deep, combination with the Grim, and Oscar finds an opening. Deadshot first to fall, trades off happen, but it's going to be ITB. They arrive in towards site, but shut down. The new addition to Wolves, finding two. That might be enough to steady the ship in this moment, but left all alone inside a church, finding three. Can't make, just don't have a clear avenue of approach yet, and this is where you're going to see the problem solving of this team being tested. What can they do around this? They'll clear that mirror, or clear that BP, at least temporarily with breaking it. They'll still relay sound, walk inside, and they find pressure. Fenrir goes off and blinded by fear. Caught by that, and it's going to be a flurry, three-piece for Wolves, leaving it 4 versus 1, all down the Creeds. Who's been sensational for this side. I think it might be too much to ask. Knows one player's out by Engine, but shut the deal with that slight annoyance. Players down in kitchen. One dead shot up above. Could be a massive problem. P4 is first to fall. And look at this. The adaptation from ITB. Sensing a larger extension of a roam from the Wolves. They decide to go way more direct. Route 1 siege. And this case should go down. The hatch, however, isn't opened up. Meaning there is a chance of a potential retake here. Players locked in position. Now a difficult fight for the castle. Flames all around them. One player, the sledge does creep around. The UMP rattles up a cost in a deadly crossfire. Shotgun upstairs, trying to deny some cover, and Wolves reduced to a single player. All down to the Lasmo. Finding one. That's Creed's off the board, but still so much to do. And pressure above as well. No easy way. See that hatch is closed, but it's all but over. 16 seconds and just a dream. And I think it might just be that. It might be an item.
Do you see that silhouette over by pool table and doesn't get the chance to catch those attackers? But there we go. Utility now being utilized. Oscar's able to find a kill on the Mowgli, and Azur's nade
Beautiful.
will get Lasmo as well. That puts it into a 5v3. A quick trade as Asa pushes down Red, picks up a vital kill. But now P4 will look to retake Garage once more. Even though the numbers are in ITB's favor on a site like this, it is still pretty heavily defender favored. Now
Go there.
Red stairs with that shield in position is the next real task that you gotta clear.
P4's got a good Yokai drone as well, established on that main stairs, so if that's been checked frequently, they should know that their vocal point of this push is going to arrive from Garage on that rafters, as well as the breach and server. One player a little bit disconnected from this, still on the roof, waiting to try and catch a rotation from that window, or dive in late in this round. Around 20 seconds left to go, and a good amount of damage dealt. That player does run away, and no one gets credit with. Flashbangs out to Logi, they vault on in, and the case is going to try and go down behind Engine. The cover should be good for this one through that wall, but the C4 sent out by Asai is going to be enough, and Kenny will be the player caught by that one. P4 finds Azur, and yet again it looks like Gym and Bedroom is going to be the fortified bastion for Wolves. Not much you can do to break this one down. Creed's alone, he'll vault on in, but he won't last. What resources they have to use? I believe they used a grenade to find that as well through the beams in the floor. The Ram's going to be able to open up as much of this floor as they want. Realistically, to try and compress everyone. Asai is going to be sat inside of Dirt Tunnel now, and the keeper barrier is reinsuring that position. The bees go out. Kenny does fall in that moment. That will be inside a Dirt Tunnel, and Wolves in a very good position for the very first time, third time of asking, be solid on this defense. The bees going out. Lots of information on Lasmo, and I don't think it's going to be an easy one. Goyo counter burns away, but Oscar finds that trade in tunnel, and this could be an opening for ITB. 40 seconds is a lot of time to work with, and this pressure in blue is going to be agonizing. Spots the Grim, and Creeds wins that fight. This is the lifeline that ITB needed. Oscar is left in DBNO, though an aggressive push, stuck with utility, and Deadshot Mowgli fire off. Leave it all down to Noah in 1 versus 3.
Tough spot for the Swede to be in right now. You know that there's one player playing on box. Your down teammate's not ready.
The main execution, sending one out there in the predicted position behind that countertop. P4 in Dirt Tunnel as well, waiting patiently. Just under a minute to work with. He'll find some damage. He'll walk to that barbed wire, taking 10 damage for free. Mowgli gets one of his own, traded off by Kenny. Asai gets one. That's Kenny off the board. Kaid doesn't last too long, and P4 gets his one. 35, advantage with Wolves. ITB need to find something, need a reply soon. It needs to happen. Noah finds it, needs to make one more happen, but Lesbo's there for it.
Post-plant situation now. It's all down to Creed's, one of the spin twins. the case gets himself a 1, but now you know the last attacker is going to be above. Don't really think that you can long arm this one. An angle should be available here for the attacking side. He's trying to bait the peak. Dance here, a very technical dance between these two sides. See which one will be the first to make a mistake with what, 13, 12 seconds to try to get the kill and the case. This is a round win for Wolves.
There's nothing really Creeds can do in this moment. He'll try and stick it, but it is just team. Cause a little bit of chaos, and in those moments you can find greatness. P4 just waiting for the opportune moment. Likely his team on drones going in that key information for him. Exothermic charge has been deployed. They'll open that one up and they should get this for free. Send out that storm, but it's Oscar finding 2! Are you kidding me, ITB? What a play, and Wolves.
Here comes the push as Ami steps a little bit further over. And the Kiba barrier thrown once more, but most importantly still alive. Peaks gets stunned, isn't going to be able to get the kill this time around, but Kenny is there to get that one as the kill will go to Mobley. Another stun grenade thrown, but the player's not really in the position to take advantage of it.
That Goyer counts to the top of the stairs as well. A massive benefit for this team. When they find too much pressure, or Kenny's can no longer cover, you can pop that. They're going to try and charge in. Finding 1, finding 2. A DB and O left. That's going to be a side. It's going to be pressure now arriving. They'll loan his army up top. Player down in server. They know someone's lurking all the way down in B. Caught for the breach. Last one finding 2 in the round. And ITB, a little bit stressed now. One body will hear that prone. They should get that confirmation. They'll see the leg. Not deciding to take that. Yeah, he's going to wait a little bit. They don't know he's so close. That player has no eyes. No information. It's going to be a freebie from Oscar. Absolute masterclass. Needs to win more and more to the breach. He's left alone as Deadshot finds it. Pistol. He needs to find it. Gets one. Needs a second. Surely not Oscar. Play the time. So much control, but Moto Hatch has not opened up, and they finally opened up blue, but that might be a red herring to try and draw eyes of ITB away from the vocal point of this push, arriving from that kitchen hatch. Crossfire held from bottom main. Critical for this as the timer dawns red. One player drops a trade up for Creeds, so critical. Oscar getting one the dead shot. ITB might be able to hold the line. Case should go down. Triple.
Oh, there's somebody there, but with Logi Hatch not open yet, it means that you've got to take on that gunfight a little bit more of a one-on-one style. Still keeping an eye on all those drones. As you can see, Garage is still clear, but we're into the last 25 seconds. The execute has to come. Line of sight has been established as Oscar spots the player on the window, but the C4's ready as well. Azur gets his one, but Ace is there to trade it back. Creeds will take down last move, but there is Asa once more. A double for him on the round. Player on the window. Asa gets a triple. P4 wins it out, and Wolves will take the first map. And well, I've not seen much of Asa Whip, but what a game he has just put together on Clubhouse. Huge performance from the newbie.
From the opening round as well, being the lifeline for the team that they couldn't quite convert, to opening up that round. A massive... Yeah, I mean, the ban phase, as you were mentioning, is Flores, Monty, Kayi, Tubarao. Nothing too kind of exceptional for this coming up for either team. It's Bank. I don't imagine we're going to go...
But the question is... Sorry, he's not in the top 4, but he's in that little reception. The question is Azur's position known? Because they're about to go head-to-head. Azur is now spotted, but look at this. ITB light up the kill feed. It's a 3v2 already.
That's a fantastic defense. Just they walked Wolves into the lying trap, and now P4 with 6 HP to his name isn't going to last too long. Moment he opens up that, squeezes that trigger, he'll give away his position. And it will...
As he tries to prevent them pushing in through that double door. Now, I think that's thrown a bit too early with it. You know, the fact that there is BPs there, or those, you know, metal detectors can feed that information. But look at this. Kenny under a lot of pressure in the middle of open area, but still standing on his feet.
Might find that pressure arriving, but the longer you can live is just going to disrupt the flow and make Wolves a little bit uneasy with that one. Mowgli's good for it, and that C4 shot out mid-air. Great reaction time from Deadshot, leave it all down to a 3 versus 1. Noah, the last man standing. That BP should give some critical information, but the cover needs to be good. The case should go down. 000s here. Can't deny it yet, and, well, Noah will find 1. 2 more to go. 50 HP left to work with. He'll likely predict the player on the lower set of staircase on marble. Can't waste too much time. That diffuser goes critical soon. There's those flashbangs. Fully blinded, have to force a retreat at this moment. Might catch a player rotating away. He'll show his hand with a single squeeze of that trigger. He looks to make one single tap, but he bites off a little bit more than he would have wanted from that, and this execution arriving, but that's gonna be Creed's. Asai shut down, flanked from the side of Jenny. The hatch opened up, and Creed's will lose his second engagement of this. 2 in the round now for Mowgli. 4 versus 3, advantage with Wolves. The case is cold. They didn't get that second talent shield down either, so a little bit of a difficult position. And they're out of phasing so far. Players still in that window. 1 down below. That will be Mowgli. 30 seconds. ITB not out of the fight yet.
Kenny's position. He's on a soft wall. They get information again, but Noah's there to take down P4. It's a 3v3. The attempted trade is there. Kenny goes down. It's a triple for Lazmu. As we're down to a 2v2. Impact thrown. A little bit of a bait and switch, but Lazmu was ready. And now they've only got 9 seconds left. They've got information. That's a ton of damage done, but Whip it as the clock.
Versus Onyx and Luminosity versus a new look SSG with Benji among their ranks. We see some action early as Azza will get one onto Mowgli. Him on only 20 HP, so a single round will be enough to shut him down. Noah will find himself pressured from service tunnel. That one player drops. Noah gets a critical pick there. Will find himself traded off, but they still keep that advantage all down his finding of P4. Knocking on the door now and some free damage taken away. Still to make this breach, but they have plenty of time to work it, Gibby. Just under 40 seconds now. Drones go out. There's Evil Eyes. Could be a massive factor, but the blind spot here as he try and stick this one out. This case might go down. Asai should really get this one. No one's watching. ITB caught napping and no the TK. Oh, a calamity down in server. But ITB still need to swarm for this retake, and 2 players watching hatches. Difficult positions to fight against. And look at this. A nasty angle held by Deadshot. He only has 20 HP, but that's enough to find Oscar. Great work from him. And now Wolves have a great position to win this post plan.
2v3 now, and Buck hears the audio above as they go all the way to the top floor, but Deadshot will find another one. It's a 2v2. Wolves get themselves in a position where they really can win this round. 3 seconds to get to that case. There's the smoke canister. They're on the case. The drop is there. Lazmu
ITB to be a case of a wounded animal when he might be most dangerous now. And there's one, a great example of that. It's going to be Oscar finding 2. What a moment. And Wolves might be wounded now in this round. Very quickly, this game can turn around. A quick drop now straight on the side. P4 and Asai finding a trade back to level. Right away, Kenny retorts. Advantage now back with ITB. He needs to find one more to really cripple this attack from Wolves, and he's done so. Last move alone. Finds one above. Now needs to win a 1 versus 2. Case is down. Time pressure all with ITB. But it won't be enough, and even time for a res. Kenny with the deagle gets the job done. And ITB reduced the deficit to only 1 round.
Look at the margins though. 4 HP for Oscar, and Azami was downed. Wolves have been so good at being able to work out where these, easy kills are at the start of rounds, but that's great from Oscar once more, getting the kill onto Asa. And I think you and I, from day one, massive fans of Oscar. Really good to see him finally getting a proper go at tier 1. But he's been as streaky as anybody on ITV so far.
Yeah, but he's starting to warm up though. That's the thing. Noah Creed's finding one a piece of their own as is being traded off in the distance. Selmas go off. It might act as a distraction to give Mowgli an invitation, but shut down by Kenny. And ITB are all the way back, it seems. P4 alone.
Get that information as well, but time is the problem. There's the castle barricade just putting a little bit of a thorn in the plans of ITB, and now those Goyos will be popped as well. So a long 20-second wait for anything to happen. 35 seconds. Creeds will find one, but there's P4 to trade it back. Still battling away as Oscar on the top floor, but with 25 seconds to go, is there enough?
Well, one more death mark is going to be sent out to try and find one player, but he's going to be able to tuck himself onto that mute jammer. That Vendetta is a nasty weapon to deal with, but this might be an opening. Flashbang sent out, and Oscar will try and stick this case. The cover needs to be pristine from Kenny, and it might be a slow reaction from Wolves. The C4 is just too late. But Asai will get one to Oscar. The case goes down, however. A drop from Noah. Vendetta in hand, but shut down by P4. It's all...
Maybe a potential push up those marble stairs really late inside the round. 55 seconds now for ITB to try to find the opening pick, but not a single player has taken a single point of damage to this point. But there we go, a quick trade. Mowgli went out the window, got his one, as both players trade each other out. Are we going to see a skylight rappel?
Yeah, we are.
I'm ready for it.
Here it goes. There's a skylight rappel. You hear that in the distance. I think Deadshot is able to claim Kenny, who was on that position. Azar will get one. The Deadshot aside, he's going to find Oscar. And ITB left to really scrap it out. It's going to be a bare knuckle brawl. And when the dust settles, it's all down the Creed. An exceptional talent, but against 3 players.
Drone IQ spotted, and he tried to thread the needle through the door, and he hits it. Mowgli, though, will take down Oscar and should be able to see the res come off here as well. But what a nade that was.
If nades were just a little bit different almost a year ago now, they would have been able to get that confirmation. But Kenny and Creed, or Oscar I should say, get in the action there. Getting ITB in the favourable position, leading by 1 player, 4 versus 3. Minute 34 still remains in this round. Lots of wounded players though for ITB. Creed's on 6 HP. Azar's been recovered to 20. P4 also suffering for that low HP curse, but again, ITB have to be very careful, very select in the engagements they take within this last few minutes, or last minute I should say. Still, good position. Best they've been in for a little while. Can they convert this to a round win?
Well, you look at the HP of 2 of the players, so they need to save some utility to clear any of those runic gates as they get closed, because as you can see, Creeds can't walk through it. Azar can't either. Every single player on ITB has taken a lot of damage. The 2 of the 3 defenders left alive are still sitting pretty. That's one of those, you know, here, that's one of those laser gates that we spoke about that's going to be problematic on the attacking side as they look to push. Creeds will find a kill, making it a 4v2, but it was the low HP player. Reposition now from Asa. He's going to get caught out by...
Echo's been locked onto by that death mark. A very critical one to clear out as well. Pushes on in, 2 players drop from that elevator, and it's going to be a cleanup for Wolves finding 2. Mowgli's going to compound the issue. Deadshot off the board, as you mentioned. Lion, a 3-2-1 operator, no longer in effect. Minute 30. Yokai drones could be a massive issue, and I think this is going to be the go button moment for ITB. Candela's sent in, they need to clear Trump, and Oscar's done just that. Deadshot falls. Need to get more control, bodies lining up, but it will be a 3-piece collection, and Mowgli for 1 more. That's going to be Wolves locking in their spot. Their key to the Esports World Cup is now guaranteed, and they will be the 2nd representative from the European region booking their ticket to Riyadh, Saudi Arabia for the Esports World Cup.
Pretty good weekend so far.